When I started towards the end of my fighting, I realized it'd probably be good to have a day job, including fighting, just so I have consistent income in. So I usually work from home, but I don't have the patience to just work nonstop, and I get bored. So I decided to just play some video games, and it makes the workday go a lot faster. Especially here in Colorado, I'm alone. I might as well, get me through the day. So it's been a good like 3-4 years. I've been playing a lot of video games. I'll play nothing but sport games. I can't do like the Call of Duties and anything that's strategic other than sports. That's all I will play on Madden, NBA 2K, FIFA. That's what we play. That's what we play nonstop. And my son loves the WWE video game, so I make sure I got that for him, and we just basically set up matches nonstop and let him get entertained by watching those. Morning starts. I wake up, set my little coffee pot. Wake up, start my computer. I work 4 hours a day. I play PlayStation for the whole time while I'm doing that. Work ends. I hurry up, shower, get ready, eat some breakfast, head straight to the gym, work out a couple hours, come home, usually watch some TV, nap, and then right back at it again. I love fighting as much as possible, and the fact that I was basically promised the 2 season fights and the 3 playoff fights, so 5 fights in 1 year in a matter of 6 months. I hate not being able to fight. I got into the fight game so I could fight, not so I could just tell everyone I'm a fighter. So the fact that they're telling me, hey, you're gonna fight 5 times in a month, in 6 months, I was sold. Just give me as many fights as possible. I'll fight every month if you let me. To get some one-on-one training with head coach Mark Montoya. The guy's a genius. So let's get that stand-up working on.
I've known Steve Siler for a long time. He obviously is a vet in MMA. He lives in Utah, and Colorado, Utah aren't that far. So I've watched his career blossom into what it's become. Whether he was fighting in the UFC, whether he was fighting in Titan, or now he's fighting in PFL. So I've known Siler for a long time. I actually was asked by Coach Hackelman back in the day when he had some stuff happen with a flight, could I help corner Siler the day of weigh-ins, and that was, I believe that was for a Titan card back in the day, and I was like, of course, I'd love to help that kid. He's always been fun to watch, an amazing kid to see perform, and Siler and I have always had a good relationship just as a coach athlete. This is about fighting, but ultimately it's about these kids changing their lives. And financially, it helps, of course, to go do that and then to prevail as a winner and additionally make $1 million. You're absolutely changing your life doing that. So that's been our focus, whether it's for PFL or just a fight in general. But with Steve Siler in mind, he has an amazing family, and he absolutely has provided for them, and he and his wife and children, they deserve an opportunity like that.
Hi. What, Bubba? You just got bad service there, or what, baby? I got a wife who's working 2 jobs, real estate and from home. Also taking care of both my kids by herself. I'm being selfish coming out here to focus more on my training. She has to keep up the house while working the jobs, while taking care of the kids.
And when it's all said and done, like, what do you want to do? Like, do you want to coach? Do you want to open up a gym?
Something, my wife, especially during our hard times of fighting, when things weren't going so good, she threw out to me lots of times, like, hey, you need to do something. This fighting thing's not going to last forever. But, like I said, this year's going good, so it's kind of hard to think about what I'm going to do afterwards when I'm staying in the present, realize my potential right now if I'm thinking about doing something else. So right now, I'm only focused on fighting right now, and, once I win this $1 million, I'll have my wife help invest it because she does real estate, So like she could, you know, invest in some houses, buy some houses that we could rent out, hopefully get income doing that, and you know, everything just works out how it's supposed to. So, you know, I maybe be a stay-at-home dad after I fight, because my best thing is being around my kids. I'm a kid myself, so I just want to be with them. I want to be with my family. That's why I'm sacrificing this whole year being in Colorado away from them all, so I could make it work in the future.